Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more of the 2001 Fermat Math Contest. That's the grade 11 math contest. And we're just starting Part C. So we're on to the first question in Part C. Hopefully you've had a look at it. It's question number 21. A spiral of numbers is created, as shown, starting with 1. If the pattern of the spiral continues, in what configuration will the numbers 399, 400, and 401 appear? Okay, so let's take a look at our spiral. We have 1, and then we go up to 2, then over to 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7. So we sort of have this pattern, this spiral, where we're tracing out boxes, rectangles, squares even. Okay, so if we wanted to, what we could do, and a good idea, something you do, is complete a bit more of the pattern. So we get a better sense of what's going on. Okay, this is always a good idea to do with a question where they just give you a little bit of a pattern and they're asking you to take a look at something way, way down the line. Try and figure out what's going on, where the patterns lie, and the best thing to do is just, draw out a few more examples. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make a little bit more of this spiral here. So we start with 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So notice how we completed the square with 4, and then we completed the square with 9. So like I say, it's sort of tracing out a square. And then once we hit 16, what do you know? We've got the first 16 numbers arranged in a nice square. And I bet we're going to have 25 up in this corner over here. Now, they didn't give us 25, but look at that, 25. And so now I predict that 36 will be right down here. So I'm going to put 36 in here, and we'll see if we make it. What do you know? So I'm noticing the pattern here with the squares. So 1 is a square. So here are our odd squares. And here are our even squares. So this is a pattern I'm noticing. Now, I'm not really noticing anything with, say, the 3s, anything ending with a 3, but one thing I'm noticing is that we're tracing out squares. So that's the pattern that I latch onto. Is it necessarily the correct pattern? I don't know. But it's something that I've noticed right away. And if we recall the question, we were asked about 399, 400, and 401. And what strikes me as interesting is that 400 is also a square. Specifically, it's one of the even squares. So I would suspect that way down the line, we're going to have 400 down here. Okay. So this would make sense once we've completed the first, it'll be a 20 by 20. So I guess up in this corner here, it'd be, that's 20 squared, so 18 squared, so we'd have 324 here, and 325. So the numbers on the right-hand side are coming down. So we'd expect 399 to be above and 401 to be below, starting the brand new row, 402, 403, etc. Okay? So we're looking for this pattern here. And all we've done is we've really generalized our pattern. That's it. But we understand how the pattern is developing. We understand that, yeah, we're always going to get an even square here because we're always going to have completed a square of numbers by the time we come back over here. So let's see, is this one of our possible answers? It is, it's D. 399, 400, 401. Just like with 16, which was an even square. 15, 16, 17. So with our even perfect squares, we get the right answer, which is D. That was actually a very quick question 21. I imagine you could overthink it, draw out too much of the pattern. And, you might not have gotten the pattern after the first 36 numbers. You might have had taken a little while longer. You might not have even seen the squares in general and developed sort of a formula. I don't know quite what sort of formula you would develop for this. But maybe you could come up with some formula. Maybe somebody out there did, and I'd be very interested to see if they did. So leave a comment maybe if you had a formulaic way of doing this rather than just generalizing the pattern. But that's question number 21, first question in part C. So hopefully we've nabbed ourselves 8 marks. And I'll see you guys in the next video for question number 22. Until then.